everyone, welcome back. So in this video we are going to talk about ETL part 2. So in the previous video I have discussed like what is ETL and how we are going to do this ETL in Power BI through Power Query Editor. So here you can see that this is a Power Query Editor and I have imported the data which has nearly 5 tables in it. So you can see in the left side we have the tables. So we have 5 tables here you can see, and the important thing in the ETL process is what your data should be properly cleaned and properly processed in order to visualize it. Okay, so the first step is what you have to check whether if you have multiple table. Okay, if you have multiple table you have to go and check whether all the tables are properly, that is all the table columns are properly named. So okay, so this is the first table, 2016 sales. You can see that in the left side. So you have to check whether all the columns are properly named. Let me go to the address. Okay, so here it is properly named. Let me go to the company name, but here you can see that the column name is showing as column 1. Okay, whereas you can see that list of companies, which is the second, that is the first row, is what the exact name of the column. So what you have to do is what, simply we cannot, yeah, that is, there are a few ways in order to do that. Either you can go and double click it. Okay, type the column name list of companies and you have to delete this row. Okay, so that is basically a time consuming, right? So what we can do is what we can simply see on the home tab. Okay, I'll tell you like what are all the possible options which are available in the home tab. Okay, in the home tab you can see that you have an option called use first row as headers. Simply click on use first row as headers, so you can see there the first row is automatically considered as a column name there. Okay, so do this for all the column, all the tables. So here even in the states and regions you can see that the column name is not clear. The first row of that column, first row is considered to be the column name, so click on use first row as headers. Okay, so this is possible from this home tab. In the home tab you can see here that use first row as headers. Change it and do it, go and check for everything. And here you can see that the salespeople, the column name is not there. So first one and middle, so it is showing like a salespeople. So if you are not okay with, if you don't have the column name, okay, so you can, what we can do is we can simply go and type it. So this is a sales people salesman id, man id, and here you can go and double click it. Okay, so you have various options as I told. Either you can double click and rename it, or else what you can do is you can right click. Okay, and you can click here rename and then write name. Okay, so you have these options here. So we are now in home tab. Okay, we are going to see what are the possible ETL process which we can do it now. So as of now, the new resource, recent resource, enter data we will see now. Okay, data source settings also, manage parameters we will see later. Okay, now we will not see that. And other than this, whatever is possible today we will look into that. Okay, so the first one which we saw is what the first row as a header. And if you wanted to replace any values here, so for example here you have null. Okay, if you don't want this null, you can simply go and select remove the duplicates, remove the blank rows, or remove the errors. Okay, so either you can go ahead with this, or else you can just simply you can remove this row. So you have these thing in the remove rows. In the home tab you can see here you have remove rows, and if you click on the remove bottom rows, once if I click remove bottom rows, it is asking us to it is asking us to how many number of rows you have to remove. So you can find here you have nearly 10 rows. We can simply tell 10 and click OK. So you can see that the 10 rows are removed. Okay, I'm again getting back to that. So if you wanted to remove the bottom rows, if you want to remove the top rows, or if you want to remove the alternate rows, you can just either do in such way. Simply go and click remove bottom rows and tell 10 rows, because from 16 to 26 I have 10 rows. Click here, so it will be null. Okay, so you can see here that your rows are deleted, and you can see here remove rows. So you can tell the remove rows. Okay, and one. So you can see here the rows are properly removed, that is, you don't have any null data. Okay, you have to check. So what we did is, what we have first used the first row as header, and then we have removed the rows. If you wanted to remove the columns, for example, in the sales 2016, so if you don't want any specific column, okay, I'll just try to delete and show you, but I'll just re-get it back, because in this particular table I want all the columns to be there. So what I'm going to do is, what you can remove the columns as well. If I don't want this column, you can either go here, select what are the columns you don't want, right click, and if you see, you have the options called remove column. If you wanted to remove the selected columns, and if you wanted to remove the other columns than which are selected, okay, then you can also remove the other column. This is the first options which you can do. And the second option is, what you can go to the top, and you have an option called remove columns. So if you simply click on remove columns, you can see that the columns whichever we have selected are removed, and simply if you close that, all this removed columns, that is deleted columns, will be regained. So this is how this remove columns will be working out. So here you can see that this is remove column, this is remove rows. Okay, and also we have seen the use first row as headers. Got it. The next one is, what if you wanted to choose the column. Okay, if you want to choose a column, then you can simply select choose column. If you wanted to show up, okay, only few columns, so I want to show only the company name, street, so choose the column, simply select okay. So you can see that whatever the column which I have selected, those columns are appearing here. Other than that, other columns are automatically removed by itself. So you can either choose the column, or you can even remove the unwanted column. Okay, choose means you can make sure that these columns are available for your query editor, or else you can even delete it. Okay, so using a remove columns. So likewise, if you want to keep the rows, if you want to keep the top rows, keep the bottom rows, keep the range of rows, so all these things are possible here. Okay, so this is the basic and important thing which you should understand, how to use the first row as headers, and using the column, and using the rows. Fine. And the next one is, what sorting. So you have a sort option here. You can see here, if you want to sort based on the ascending or sort based on the descending order, then you can use it here. So once simply, if you go and click here sort ascending, so it will sort based on the selected column. So I have selected the street, for example, I'm selecting the city, and if I select here A to Z, so it will sort based on the okay, it is started sorting based on the city. So here you can see that city is ordered, so the initial level, okay, first level on the top, you can see that based on the company name it is sorted. Okay, so and then we are initially we have started sorting it based on the company name. So it is trying to first sort based on the company name, and then sorted by descending based on the city. Okay, so if you want, like if you don't wanted this sorting, and also you can change this to descending, you can see that your company name is changed to the descending order. Okay, so these are all the basic things which we can do it with the Power Query editor. Got it. And other than that, the last one which I want to discuss, it was discuss is, what enter data. If you wanted to enter your own data into the Power BI, that is, if you wanted to input your own table, then you can do that. Okay, so here you can just go and give the table name here. So give the table name like employee, so I'm just giving the table name as employee, and you can go here emp id, so emp name, department, or department, And then here you can give 101 and the employee name as department training. Okay, so I'm just giving, I just want to show you, even if you wanted to add multiple column, you can click this plus. If you wanted to add multiple rows, you can click here insert row. Okay, and if you click, simply click OK, your table will appear here in the left side, and you can see the rows whichever we have inserted here. Okay, even here if you don't want, you can go and remove this column. So these things are possible here. So this is ATL part 2. We have seen the basic things which you can done with that, do with Power Query editor. So the next part, like in the next video, we will see few more things like how to transform, what is a transpose, and how we will detect the data type, why it is used, and how to replace the values, doing some pivoting, everything. Thank you, take care, bye bye.